Hello, in this recording, we will be going over what Class Connect sessions are, how to access them, and how to interact once you're in those sessions. So we call our live Class Connect sessions CC sessions, Class Connect for short. These sessions are highly collaborative. It's a time for you to meet with your teacher and interact with your fellow classmates in a live setting. Your teacher will be sharing important course information for you, and your attendance is required. It counts towards 15% of your course grade. So Class Connect sessions, it's just a name that we use for our live collaborative sessions between our students and our teachers. These will be held in our platform called Newrow. So you'll hear us talk about Newrow all the time. This is just the platform that we use to hold these sessions. Think of Zoom or Google Meet. So at VAVA, we use Newrow for our live time. You might see the word Kaltura in a few locations, and we just want you to know that this is the parent company of Newrow. Basically, it's the company who created the Newrow product. Whenever you're accessing Newrow, and really whenever you're accessing anything at VAVA, you want to make sure you're using the Google Chrome browser. It is just the one that supports all of our platforms the most, especially Newrow. Newrow is a web-based interactive platform, so you want to make sure you're using the latest version of your Google Chrome web browser. If you're not sure how to do that, all you do is you open up your Chrome browser, go to the top right, click those three dots, click Help and About Chrome. When you do that, if there's an update available, it will be right there on the screen for you to click and to update. So how to access your Class Connect or CC sessions. Once you have logged into your OMHS, your online middle and high school, you will click My Schedule. Here on the My Schedule tab, you will see assignments that are to be completed for that day. And then on the right-hand side, you will see your events. These are your live CC sessions. You can see that this student example has physical science at 9 a.m., algebra 1 at 10 a.m., and office hours at 1 p.m. on September 14th. So you can view your CC schedule by day. You can also click here to view your CC schedule by week. It's really important to look at each of these events. You can see that the first one is required, the second one is required, and the third one is optional. So those words mean exactly what you think they do. If you have required, then you are expected and required to attend that session. So in order to access it, all you do is you click the box. It's best to access your live Class Connect sessions, I would say anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes prior to the start time. You just want to make sure you're logged in, ready to go, you don't have any technical issues, and you can click that link and join. Once you click the link and join, these are some waiting screens that you might see. So if your teacher has not yet arrived to the classroom, let's say you join at 8:50 and you want to just make sure you're in the class ready to go, you might see this first join screen. It says the instructor has not yet arrived. You will be connected when the session starts. If your instructor has arrived, but maybe they just haven't opened the door yet, you will see this second screen. A request to join was sent. Please wait for their confirmation. So don't worry, these are one or two screens that you might be seeing if the classroom has not been opened yet. Once the classroom is opened, the very first thing you're going to want to do is activate your audio and video first. Now, likely your screen will pop up that looks like this, and you have some options here. You want to use your drop-down arrow to select the camera that is either integrated into your computer, or maybe you have an external camera. Whichever camera you want to use, you want to make sure you select it here. And the same with your microphone. Some of our students use the microphone that's built into the computer. Some of our students use like an external headpiece with that microphone connected to it. Same with speakers. Maybe you're using the speakers on your computer, or maybe you have external speakers. So whatever your choices are for these three things, you just want to make sure that they are selected appropriately. Doing this will be most important so you can hear the teacher, you can talk back to the teacher and interact with your classmates. And then you just click confirm. You'll do this anytime that you are entering a classroom, and sometimes you'll do this also if you're entering a breakout classroom, which your teacher will definitely go over how to use your breakout classrooms. So let's look at all the features. This is an example of what a Newrow classroom looks like once you enter. Likely you will have something here on the screen from your teacher, but as a student, you will be able to see the participants over here on the right-hand side. This is a really neat place for you to see all of those students that are in your class. Maybe see if you know anyone from other classes as you're scrolling through the participants list. On the bottom, you will see your chat box. This is a really important interactive location for you here. Along the top is your toolbar. On this toolbar, you have your video camera, your microphone. If there's a red line through it, that means it's turned off for you. If you would like to turn on either of those, you just click it and the red line will go away. You do have the ability to click chat or participants, and those boxes will either disappear or reappear for you. Let's say you don't want to view the participants, you could click that and they will go away and come back. We don't typically use the notes section, but your teacher might post notes in this notes field. So you could click that and another notes box would appear for you. Most of our students take notes on their handwritten paper. You do have a raise your hand feature here. If you click this, your name will be brought to the top of the list if you have a question or you're wanting to interact. And then right below that, you'll see some more tools that we'll talk about in a moment. Down at the bottom, you will likely see your teacher on their video, and if cameras have been allowed, you might see some other students in your classroom. There are two chat features. The first chat feature is a room chat. This is viewable to all people in the classroom. There's also a question and answers chat, and that is from you and the teacher directly. It's a private chat between the two of you. So here's that toolbar here I was talking about. You have, if and when your teacher gives you access to these tools, you will see them up here at the top. You have your pencil tool, which students will use a lot. You can use a pencil, a highlighter. You can change the color if you want to write on the board with your mouse. You can type on the board. You can add images to the board. So it really is very interactive. If your teacher wants you to point to something on the board, you're going to want to use the pointer with the star tip. This is the pointer that will show your arrow on the screen. If you choose this arrow, no one else will see that except for you, and that's your selection arrow. If you are typing or writing on the screen, of course you're going to keep your annotations appropriate, but please know that your teacher can see who is writing and who is typing on the screen. They have the ability to know who put what on the screen. If something is too small for you, you can choose this plus or minus to zoom in on that picture. That only zooms it in for you. Don't worry, it's not going to zoom it in for anybody else. So use these at your leisure. Now, lastly, if you're having any audio or video troubles, we talked about making sure you selected your devices, but here are some other tips. You can refresh your browser, make sure you're working in Chrome, close all other programs and tabs, and especially if one of those has been Zoom. Anytime we're using any other audio-visual programs, it can interact with Newrow. You can run those audio settings either by refreshing your browser, or you can select the little gear icon in your Newrow classroom and click settings. And you'll see those room or device settings right here under room settings. And just be sure that you have selected the microphone and the webcam that you're wanting to use. We are so excited to see you in live classes soon. And as always, please reach out to your teachers if you have any questions, and we'll see you soon.